Today, we work. Today, we grind. Today, we stand the fuck up and we choose to become who we want to be in this world. To choose to achieve everything. To choose to chase our fucking goals and our dreams and our aspirations regardless of what's going on. You gotta become relentless. You gotta become unwavering, obsessed if you want to pass that test, if you want to achieve that goal, and if you want that thing to become your reality. Keep pushing, keep grinding, push through that noise, push through that pain, push through the resistance, and push through the fucking roadblocks. That feeling of wanting to quit, that feeling of wanting to throw in the towel, that feeling where every fiber of your being wants to give up is the test. The test to see if you actually want this shit. The test to see if you got what it takes to make the dream a reality. The test that so many others have fucking failed. You gotta make the choice to either quit and be like everyone else or keep pushing and separate yourself from the masses. Get the fuck up. You ain't quitting on me. You ain't quitting on yourself. You ain't quitting on your people. It ain't happening. Get up. I'm not gonna let you become like everybody else. I'm not gonna let you give up on this journey, and neither are you. You owe it to you to keep pushing. Get out of your fucking head and into your shoes. Get out of your head and take action. Scream, affirm who you are. I am unstoppable. I am unwavering. I am relentless. I am obsessed, and I will never quit until I make that thing my fucking reality. Nothing will stand in my way, and I don't care if the weight of all worlds is on my back. I will never kneel. I get it. I understand what you're going through. I understand what you're feeling. Day after day, week after week, month after month, it just feels like that weight on your shoulders, on your back, is just getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and it's not letting up. But I get it. You feel like you should be further along because you have been pushing and pushing and pushing without anything happening. You feel like you should already be there. You feel like you should have already succeeded in your venture. So it's super frustrating when you look up and you realize you've barely moved forward. Some might tell you that quitting isn't that bad and that you need to learn when to quit, but not today. In order to achieve the goal, the dream life, that next step, it's gonna take time. And when I say time, I don't mean a couple months. And I don't mean a couple days. When I'm talking about time, it might take decades for you to get to where you want to be. How badly do you want it? Are you in for this shit? Or are you just another person who likes to talk? But that's the reality of the life we live in. That's how this shit works. Achieving anything is gonna take time. It's harder than it looks when you start. It takes longer than you think it's going to. Just pivot the focus. Turn your eyes to something else. Distract your mind. Stop focusing on the pain and focus on other things. I don't care what the situation is, and I don't care how long you've been grinding. There is always a positive turn. There is always a different perspective that you can lean into that will distract you from that loud-ass voice telling you to quit. In order to become a diamond, not only do you gotta deal with immense pressure, but you gotta deal with immense heat, and you gotta get cut. You don't just wake up and decide to be a diamond. It's not like you just pull that rock out the fucking ground and it looks like the thing everybody wants. It's not like you just pull the rock out the ground and it doesn't have to go through anything to become great, to become beautiful. What you focus on will become your reality. If you are obsessing over how hard this journey is, it's never gonna get easier. If you're obsessing about how long this is taking you, it's only going to take longer. And if you continue to think about the time and the pain and the frustration and the reasons why you haven't gotten to the goal yet, you're gonna become like everybody else. Eventually, you are going to fall into the mold of society's standard, meaning the same as every person who's never gotten anywhere. Eventually, you're going to be defined as one of the normal masses who tried and gave the fuck up. So make the choice. You know, the choice to do the fucking work regardless of how you feel, regardless of how much time it's going to take to get there, and regardless of what is going on in your life. We all have that choice. We are all faced with the same choice every day. Wake up and remain the same, or do the things that are going to mold our future. That's it. You can complain, you can whine, you can get angry, fuck, you can even throw a tantrum, but that isn't going to change the situation in front of you. That's not going to magically make the goal become your reality. That's not going to magically make everything fall into your lap. The people who are on the podium laugh when you say quit. They spit when you say quit. They will fight and die before they give up on their dreams. Don't give up. Don't give in to the voices. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep grinding. You gotta get through this shit. Because the easy route is never the smartest. It never gets you to where you want to be, and it will always come with a consequence. It will never help you become the person you dream of being. It will never build you into the person that can handle more. Some of you might not align with that mindset. You might not have that in you. It's okay. Not everybody's meant to win. Not everybody's meant to be great. But I think you are.
There's a lot of you that want to achieve your goals, but you will never look at the alternatives. You want to achieve your goals, you want to lose weight, you want to invest in a coach, but your first question is, what is this going to cost me? What is it going to cost you if you don't? You want to lose 50 pounds, and they say it's going to cost you $100, and you're like, I don't really know. But what is that $100 going to cost you if you don't spend it? It's going to cost you all these health problems. It's going to cost you a shorter life because you didn't take care of yourself. It's going to cost you having to be taken care of by your children. A lot of you guys don't look at the alternative of your fucking choices. All right, you'll always take the easy route out, and that is why your life sucks and you haven't been able to achieve your goddamn goals. Wake the fuck up. Like, everybody can be living their dream life right now, and if you're not, it's your fault. Right now, if you're currently in a situation that you fucking hate, if you hate your job, if you hate what you're doing on a continual basis, audit it and figure out what you actually want to do. Look at your surroundings. Your surroundings will make and break everything. A lot of individuals are surrounded by fucking losers that are dragging them down because they don't understand how to be alone. And it's usually because they are terrified of themselves. They don't like the thoughts in their head. They don't understand how to be with themselves. They don't understand how to be with their own company. So they surround themselves with people that are toxic for this situation. So even though you know you really don't want to go to the fucking bar, you go to the bar anyways because you don't want to be alone at home. Because you don't want to be perceived a certain way by individuals that you don't even fucking like going to the bar with. What the fuck are we doing? It just becomes this weird hamster wheel of bullshit. Like, you don't want to go. You don't really want to hang out with the people, but you don't want to be looked at like a bitch, so you go anyways, and then you hate your life, and then you're angry, and then you do, like, it just becomes weird. If you're stuck in a lifestyle, you need to audit the individuals around you and then make a change. If you just want to change your situation, you need to audit what is going on. Like, I can't get mad at a random stranger for how they treated me when at the end of the day, I treated myself worse first. Like, I can't get angry if someone calls me a loser addict if I'm the one doing the fucking pills and acting like a loser. I cut out drugs and alcohol because I stopped fucking hanging out with the people that were feeding me drugs and alcohol. And it's not their fault that I became an addict, it was my own. And I'm very self-responsible in that aspect. I'm the one who picked up the fucking pills. I'm the one who drank the bottles every goddamn night. It's not their fault that that happened, it was me. But I wasn't able to get out of that fucking life until I stopped hanging out with the fucking losers that only wanted to do that. And when I look at everyday life, when I look at the world, when I look at achieving something, it doesn't make sense to me to just work, to drink, to sleep, to work, to watch TV, to drink, to sleep. What the fuck are we doing? So I just stopped hanging out with any motherfucker who wanted that as their life because I'm like, yo, respect to you, have a good one. That ain't for me. If you're in a lifestyle, it's usually because the individuals around you are influencing you on some level. And I think if you want to change your situation, you need to audit your circle in order to get the fuck out of it. And I'm like a massive advocate of just self-auditing everything on a continual basis. Embrace fucking loneliness. This is a statement that I need everybody to understand. If you're listening to this fucking video, listen to this audio, wherever the case may be. The reason why I've seen the success that I have and developed the discipline that I have is because I was lonely as fuck. Because that loneliness turned me into this person. I didn't have anyone to go to the bar with anymore. I didn't have anybody to hang out with anymore. I was just me. I got off work and no one wanted to be around me. So I was fucking just a wreck, like a fucking liability. And being that liability turned me into the asset that I am now. I didn't have a fucking purpose. It literally reached a point in my life where I would like get home, sit on the couch, and I had no one. I had my family, but again, I'm not very close to my family. So even when I was staying with them, there was always this weird feeling like we weren't connecting, like talking, being open with each other. And it reached a point where I was like, there was times I'd literally sit on the couch and I'm like, why the fuck am I here? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I just didn't know what was going on. And I just realized that I was headed down a dark path in a way of like, and you put drugs in front of me, it didn't matter what it was, I'd take all of it. Like I remember I'd go to a rave or a party and people pull out M and I would do half the fucking thing. Because that was just my mindset. I'm like, fuck it, let's have a good time. I'm not living for tomorrow, I'm living for right now. And even though I live like that now, it's more of like in present what's going on instead of trying to escape my fucking reality. I think it's very important in order to level up and become the individual you want to become, you need to appreciate the shit that you already fucking have. Like on a deeper level, and I'm talking about like the little shit. Like the little shit. A lot of people want to make $1 million, but they're not even grateful that they have running water. Mm-hmm. So then they complain that their life is so fucking hard when there's people literally walking miles with water on their fucking head. Doesn't make any sense to me. There's a lot of days where I don't feel like happy, I don't feel motivated, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to do the shit that I'm fucking doing, but, all right, I take two paths there. Number one, do I actually need to be compassionate with myself because I've been going strong for 6 months straight and my body's shutting down? If that's the case, I might sleep in a little bit. I might allow myself a fucking break. Like I take the compassionate route when it's needed. Every other side is don't be a fucking bitch. Like I wake up at 3:30 a.m. every fucking day. Cold shower, affirmations, gratefuls, journaling, meditation, gym, then I do cardio, and while I'm doing my cardio, I do my content creation, and that's usually all done before 6:30 a.m. when people are opening their fucking eyes. And the reason why I do that is because that's what works for me. Like, I'm not even saying like, the reason why I do that is because I want to be more successful than your fucking bitch ass. That's not where we're going. Like, that's not the path here. I figured out that I got so busy that there was two paths. Make excuses for why I was getting fucking fat and I couldn't lose my weight and achieve my goals, or figure out a way to change it. Because again, even though I found fitness, I got my ups and downs. I let myself fucking go multiple times. It reached a point where I was like, I need to change. And I was always about that early life. Like, fuck that, man. I'm not waking up before 5 a.m. I was that guy. And then I was like, I either go at 9 p.m., but I'm fucking exhausted and I'm dying right now, or I wake the fuck up earlier and just get everything done before 6:30 a.m. and then work starts. This whole operate 8 hours of sleep bullshit is trash. I have 5-6 hours of sleep a night and I just keep going. Why? Because this work ethic that I have right now retired my wife, and the fact that we're about to have a baby in a week and a half now allows her to be home. Why? Because this work ethic allowed us to buy a house that is literally insane. if you're not taking care of your body, you're not going to get anywhere. And this is why I'm so gung-ho and like so ruthlessly intense with my message when it comes down to that. Like, if you can't even go look in the fucking mirror and be happy about what you see, good luck starting anything. On the flip side of it, there's some times where I get very dark. I go into a hole and I become like a very quiet, like dark human being because I don't share. Because I don't like bitching and complaining. But again, this work ethic that I have, the discipline that I've developed over just understanding my purpose has helped me achieve everything and impact so many fucking lives. It's just worth it on every level. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't be changing people's lives. By understanding that if I don't show up, then somebody online is not going to hear me and they're going to get sent down a dark path. By understanding that if I miss, then my wife doesn't eat. My future child experiences what I experienced as a kid, which will never happen. There's no fucking way. I would die before I let that happen. Like, I just look at, if I miss, then all the things, all the people around me relying on me are now going to experience something that I refuse to allow them to experience.
You see, the biggest excuse that I hear utilized on a daily basis is I don't have fucking time. People just live by this statement of not having time. I understand why you utilize it as a crutch. I understand why you utilize it as a reason or an excuse. But at the end of the day, you also need to realize that if you want to transform your life, if you don't like how you look in the mirror, if you don't like how your bank account looks, if you don't like the state of your relationship, you're going to have to make time to fix the situation. There's no other way to do it. There is 1,440 minutes in one day. Remember that number. For all of you guys that say you don't have fucking time, I want you to think about numbers for a second. There's 1,440 minutes in one day. Let's say you guys only waste 10 minutes a day scrolling on Instagram or watching shows. Well, 10 minutes times 365 days a year equals 3,650 minutes. Divided by 1,440, that gives you 2.5 days of wasted space. I think it would be safe to say that most people waste between 1 and 5 hours a day between scrolling on their phone, sitting on the toilet for too long, watching shows when they get home from work, scrolling on their phone while they're eating a meal, which makes their meal last an extra fucking 45 minutes. So let's average it out. Let's say you guys just waste 60 minutes a day. So 60 minutes times 365 days a year equals 21,900 minutes. Divided by 1,440, that is 15 extra days a year. And that's only an hour a day. I need you to make an internal fucking shift. And that shift needs to be you looking at yourself in the fucking eyes, either in your phone camera or in a mirror or in a reflection. You have to see yourself in the eyes, and you need to say personally to yourself, I will get out of my own way. That's the only way this shit's gonna work. There's 5 keys to becoming a master of your time. And the first one is understanding that clarity is power. How do we achieve clarity, and what does that mean? Well, Sundays is where I achieve my clarity, and that's because I use Sundays for goal setting. I set aside 1 hour every single Sunday to set my fucking goals, to dive into the most important things I need to do in order to achieve my dream life. I dive into my purpose, my vision, my actions, and more. It's a very simple framework called review and do. I sit down, I look at my goals, I look at what I wanted to achieve, I look at what I wanted to do for meals and workouts and water and for Julia and for my baby and for Daniel and my businesses and my gym and for myself. I look at all the goals that I have, and then I ask myself, what did I do well? What did I not do well? How can I improve? Or how can I do it again? If you guys don't have clarity, you won't have power. The second key is organizing your priorities. If you want to become a master of your time, you need to make a list of the most important tasks that align with your goals that you set on Sunday, and then dive into them. This is where the gold is. Once you have clarity on your vision, you need to align your actions with that vision. Each week, we bring a different set of actions towards what we want to achieve. Imagine you're an evil genius in a movie, and you guys have your action item, the list. That's how you should think about your fitness goals, your business goals, your mindset goals, your social media goals, your relationship goals. Like, sit down and create your list. Make a list of all the most important things that you need to do, and then diligently take one step forward achieving those goals every single day. Mine are very simple. Wake up 3 a.m., do a cold shower, affirmations, gratefuls, meditation, 5% list, gym, cardio, content plan. This is how you guys start becoming a master of your fucking time. Make a list of all the most important things that you need to do throughout the week, then organize them based on the day, plan your week in advance on Sunday so you have clarity in your vision, and you've devised a game plan in order to achieve it. Number 3, combine that strategy with your morning to-do list. What you want to do is you want to set timers for all of your scheduled events, because all of these systems that I'm going to be breaking down today work in sync. They work in unison. They all work together to help you become a master of your time, help you stop saying the fucking statement of, I don't have time, that's why I'm fat, that's why I'm broke. No, you don't have time because you are lazy. Most people spend too much time doing little tasks. You're back from your regular job and you're at home, and you know you need to do laundry, you know you need to meal prep, you know you need to go to the gym, and you know you need to do something in order to start working on your passion so you can make more money and get out of your situation. 2 things you want to do. Number 1, set a timer for each of those tasks, and number 2, set an alarm that goes off 5 minutes before the task actually starts. Why? Because when you set a timer beforehand, you are prepared for the next thing, and when you set a timer / length of time that is dedicated to the task, you work 10 times harder. When I do a workout, I try to get my workout done in 50 to 65 minutes. I'm dedicated, my headphones are in, I'm not fucking talking to anybody, I am focused on the task at hand. Doesn't mean I don't like you if you're in the gym, it just means I got shit to do. Number 4 is utilize do not disturb in airplane mode. Focused work sessions, because again, let's say you set a timer. You set a timer on your phone for 45 minutes, and during that 45 minutes, you're gonna get into the gym, you're gonna bust your ass, you're gonna work as hard as you can, and you're gonna crush that workout. But then what ends up happening? In between sets, you're scrolling. So you're doing all these things when you should be fucking training. I don't answer my fucking phone when I'm doing a certain job. I don't answer my texts, I don't answer my phone calls, I don't answer the Facebook messages I get, I don't answer any DMs, I don't scroll Instagram, I am focused on the fucking job at hand. And last but not least, this one's important. This one honestly kind of goes against a lot of the shit that I say, but I need you to understand it. The 5th thing that you need to do in order to become a master of your time is take time off. This is extremely important for individuals who also have significant others. Or you guys who say you experience burnout, or you're exhausted, or you're sick of working, or you can't stand what you're doing anymore. Building a successful online business or bettering your life in general takes time. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Understand that. You guys usually drastically overestimate what you can do in a year, but you drastically underestimate what you can do in 10 years. So learn that taking time off isn't the end of the world. There's gonna be 2 types of people that work on holidays or that operate on holidays. There's gonna be the people that get work done anyways, regardless of the fact that it says holiday on the calendar. And there's gonna be people that take time off because they wanted a break even though they're not working in the first place. If you're putting the work in, you're grinding 12 to 14 hours a day, you look fit as fuck, you're providing for your family, you're pulling in big money, you wanna take a day off, by all means. But if you're grinding, I'm gonna use quotes right now, you're not fit, you don't look good, you're not there for your family, you're really not making any fucking money, do you think you deserve a day off? The 5th point is take a day off. But I'm speaking to the individuals that are grinding their faces off right now. You guys have your life to build a successful business. You have your life to transform your situation. So as long as you are putting the fucking work in and day out, leaving everything on the table, 120%, then understand a day off on the weekend isn't gonna hurt you. Sundays are for goal setting. Set aside 2 hours on your Sunday for your goals so you can create clarity in what you need to achieve. Then make a plan of action. Make a list of the most important tasks that align with your goals so you can actually achieve them. Get work done in less time with intentional work sessions. Take back your mental space by setting timers and durations for all of your work sessions while on airplane and do not disturb mode. And the last but not least, number 5, set boundaries for your work time. Take time off, and when you are working, give 125%. 150%, 200% of your actual effort so you feel like you earn the time off. We're here to change the fucking narrative now. That's not gonna happen without hard work. That's not gonna happen with you consistently making excuses and justifications due to how your life currently looks. Responsibility is everything. Take responsibility, get out of your own fucking way, and step it the fuck up.